Y'all know what I always wanted to sing whenever I was doing like a welcome back thing? That song, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back by Mace. Hey y'all, hey. Y'all know I'm still getting used to this whole YouTube thing. So we're growing together. So I'm still trying to learn it. Bear with me. Calm down. Okay, anyways. Before we even get into story time, because I got some tea for y'all, like some real tea that I've never actually shared. I've told my little cousin Kyrese, but telling the public, never. So, and it's about me solo traveling. I'm just going to give y'all a brief rundown. If you are new here, my name is Kaylin, but I go by K for short. 2 Y's. Make sure you put 2 Y's. Don't leave 2 Y's out. I mean, don't leave a Y out. That's what I get for running my mouth. I ain't even have it together. Anyways, I'm a black solo traveler. I travel the world for healing, peace, searching to find my tribe. And yeah, I'm a life path number 9. So number 9s are travelers anyways. Y'all should already know that. Y'all wasn't gonna tell me I had some lip gloss on my lip? Like on the bottom of my... That's what I be talking about. Okay, that's cool. But I do want to take the time really quick, really quick. I want to take the time to celebrate this moment right now. You guys, we have 100 subs, 100 subs. I love y'all so much. I love y'all for rocking with me, for growing with me. We're at the bottom right now, but that we really not even at the bottom right now. They like to call this the bottom, but this is really the top for me. And the reason I say that is because the individuals who are here when I'm starting, that outweighs anything or when it really takes off. And I want to say, because y'all, when I first posted my first video, I had like 50 subscribers, and I had already said in my mind once I posted a video, 7 days from now, a week from today, which was Thursday, this past Thursday, I was going to post another video once I hit 100 subscribers. You guys, it's only been 3 days. 3 days? 3 days? 3 days? And we're not even at 100. We at 115. Gang in it. I love y'all for real. I can't. I'ma smile a lot. And it's so crazy because the story that I'm about to tell y'all, it doesn't really cause for too much smile. Like, there should be no smiling whatsoever. But when y'all see me smiling in between, just know I'm smiling because I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all of y'all. Like, we are literally doing this together. Never in a million years did I actually think that I would be sharing my travel journey with you guys. A lot of the times I thought my life was boring. I was literally having this conversation with my cousin today because she was telling me that she thinks her life is boring. And I'm like, I used to feel the same exact way, like my life is boring. But to other individuals, they're like, oh no, baby, your life is lit. You're traveling the world. You're doing what you love to do. So for me to actually get up here and share that journey with you all, and you all are supporting the comments, the likes, it means a lot. I've been promoting my YouTube on my own for 3 days, and I'm already at 100 subs with only one social media platform, which is TikTok. Yeah, it really need to be a round of applause. Baby made that clap. But we not gonna do all of that. We not gonna do all of that. Okay, anyway, story time. A lot of solo travelers never talk about the downfalls of solo traveling. And I typically myself, I don't like to shed light on the negative times and certain things that I don't feel is normal that has happened to me. I don't like to talk about those things because I am a firm believer that, what you speak out of your mouth, you can recreate. If you breathe life into it, you can recreate it. Now this situation, I'm gonna tell you guys, and you know, when I'm done with the video, I'm gonna transmute that energy because I don't want to ever have to encounter that type of scenario or situation ever again. I and before I get real in depth with it, with the story, I'm gonna let y'all know that you guys are going to have to take bits and pieces and puzzle it out together. The reason being is because number one, is fairly still recent that this happened to me, and number two, the person is still very active on my social media, and number three, yeah, y'all know what I'm saying. So just take what you can take and piece it together, and you know, I'm not even gonna say what country I was in because that will definitely give it away. We all know when you travel to different countries, there's always a WhatsApp group for the black expats, nomads, the black community in that country. So the country that I was in, I was a part of that group. I never did any activities with them until it got, you know, fairly close for me to leave. During that time frame, you know, I decided, you know, I'm gonna go if one of the girls that I met when I first got there, if she was going, I was gonna go or whatever, you know, just so I knew somebody there. Although my homeboy, he was going as well. So yeah, let's get into it. On the way to the function, me and my homeboy, we got smacked. When I say we got smacked, like we was fried out, laid to the side or whatever. So we show up, everybody's congregating, they're socializing or whatever, and we head to the event. Once we get there, we had to wait for quite some time, but I was zoned out because I was already fried. I honestly really didn't give a F about anything at that point because I'm zooted. Okay, so you know, like, you have you guys ever felt like, you know, when someone's looking at you, like you can feel them actively staring at you? Kind of like my neighbor. It's only 3 people in my neighborhood, in my complex. Yeah, I be feeling him staring at me. I had to make sure he wasn't staring just now. Okay, anyways, but yeah. Y'all, please bear with me. Y'all know I got ADHD, so I'm trying to get used to acquainted with these story times. Listen, all right. So we get to the event. He's staring at me, and I felt him staring at me. It was so crazy because he asked me my name, and I told him my name, and I didn't even ask his name back. But I was fried. Or was it that I really didn't give a F? I would just keep that one to myself. So after I told him my name or whatever, we ended up going into the event. Everything was cool. The night was amazing. Seeing a whole bunch of black expats congregate, socialize, you know, it was definitely a vibe, man. Plus being in nature is everything, you know. The energy was definitely unmatched. So on the way back from the event, we sat beside each other, you know, we asked each other questions, got to know each other, and we exchanged WA numbers. WA is WhatsApp. If you guys don't know, get hip, it's WhatsApp. So we exchanged numbers. The next day, we chatted for a little bit. It wasn't too much. The following day, so 2 days after our initial meet, the following day, we had decided that, you know, we'll hang out. In my mind, I'm like, okay, I met him in the group, you know, it's cool, no biggie. I shouldn't feel alarmed, but as always, I have my head on a swivel or whatever. So initially, we were supposed to link up early in the day, and it turned out that, you know, he had things to do. You know, I get it, whatever the case may be. You're not my man, so I'm not looking for you to be my man, so I really wasn't too pressed or whatever. So we ended up linking up later that night. And honestly, I wasn't worried. I wasn't scared or anything. He had a vehicle, which was the best part because I Uber everywhere. Like the country that I was in, a Uber was okay. My bad. We was experiencing technical difficulties. We having tech. That's what I mean by my ADHD, ADD, whatever, like it. Anyways, back to what I was saying before it cut out. So Ubers they were like three USD for like 20 minutes. So it was like 15 minutes. So it wasn't even like I was low key kind of hyped because I technically didn't go out. I didn't explore that much at night. Due to the fact that I'm a female in the country that I was in. So everything I was doing was like extremely early in the morning, during the day. You know, when sundown came around, if I was with one of the locals, then cool. You know, I could do nighttime, but by myself in the evening, no, I didn't do it, specifically based off of the country that I was in. So, you know, he's a man, you know, we met each other, stuff like that. It was really like, yes, I'm going out in the nighttime, come alive in the nighttime. I was real lit, y'all. I was excited. So I get in the car. I have two phones, you guys. So I have my other phone with me, and as soon as I get in the car, I put my seatbelt on, you know, and he takes off. When he takes off, immediately on both of my phones, a notification pops up. It's like air tag. It detected the air tag. So I'm like, okay, maybe he has an air tag in his car, you know, like I'm really not thinking too much on it or whatever, but also my head is still on the swivel or whatever. So, you know, we're riding or whatever. He's doing his last little bit of errands that he needed to do. Mind you, it's later in the evening. This man is speeding down the road. I don't think I ever seen a speed limit there anyway, so I guess that really didn't matter. But we're talking and stuff, like we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do, where we're gonna go, like what we wanna do or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. It was cool. The vibe was lit, y'all. We get pulled over. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say we got pulled over. It was more like a stop. Like there was already cars pulled over y'all get what I'm saying or whatever. So immediately when we get pulled over or whatever, like this man has mad shit, like mad stuff in the back of his car, like in the back seat, in the trunk and stuff. Like it's mad junky back there or whatever. So you know you're in a foreign country. They hardly speak English. You know, in America, as soon as you get pulled over, what's the first thing they're gonna ask for? A license and registration. If they're not gonna ask for a license and registration here, you know, at least you should know, like, you need some type of identification. So this man does not have his passport, y'all. Mind blown, because I'm like, why are you anywhere? Even if you don't have your physical passport on you, like me, I don't walk around and have my physical passport on me 24/7. But I have copies of my passport printed out, like multiple copies. I have like 30 copies of it. Plus, I have a picture of it in my phone. So when I do go out, if anything does happen like that, you know, I will already be prepared. So I pulled mine up on my phone. I'm already ready. Officers at my window. I rolled the window down and I hand him my phone. Like, cool. He has to get out. Mind you, you don't even speak their language. So then again, that's another defense thing. Like, how are you gonna? You don't have a translating app. You don't have anything, but you're telling them, okay, you need to get out or whatever. He's looking in the back seat, like searching for his passport. Sir, if irresponsible was a man, it would be him. Because what are you doing? Like, this not no backyard boogie. You can't play with stuff like this, especially when you're in a different country. This is really not your stumping grounds. This is not your territory. This must be your first rodeo, Bookie Butt. Nah, for real, I think it was. I think it was. So he couldn't find it, but because I pulled mine out, and I'm not gonna lie, the country that I was in, people always thought that I was from there because I look like them. So we were good. They end up letting us go after they view my passport or whatever. They end up letting us go. And you know, when he closed the door, I'm like, wow, you don't have your passport? Like, when he got back in the car, I'm like, you don't have your passport? I'm like, you should probably take a picture of it and keep it in your phone. Like, why do I have to tell you that? But whatever, that's nor here or there. He was like, oh, I was just gonna give them some money if they kept pressing me for it. I was just gonna pay them off. Why not just have your passport, brother? Like, okay, whatever. First red flag. Mind you, there's been so much talk in the groups about being pulled over, the random stops, the random searches, everything. The whole entire time I lived in that country, I have never had a bad experience. I've never ran into the cops. I mean, the first time I was outside smoking, they rolled by, but it was never like no interaction, like no serious interaction with the boys ever the whole entire time. So that should have been a red flag for me, but you know, shit happens, you know. I mean, yeah. So we left there. We ended up going back to my place. When we went back to my place, we get your mind out of the gutter. Because I know that's what you're thinking. Look at y'all. Little freak nasties. Little freak nasties. So anyway, I know y'all wanted a different ending to this part one. Because it's going to be 2 parts, y'all. But anyways, we get back to my place and we start smoking. Like, we smoking. The conversations that we're having is like, me, I'm a probing person. Like, if I really want to get to know you, I'm asking like situational questions, like in this case, or you know, like my conversation be so in depth, it makes you think, and I love those conversations that make you think, that challenges you to actually use your brain or whatever. So I'm having those conversations with him, and it's just not clicking. I'm like, what's not clicking, Steven? Do you not understand what it is that I'm saying? Like, he just sitting there looking dumbfounded, like, I'm like, am I communicating with a dodo bird? Like, I'm like, dang, is the gas gassing that hard that you can't comprehend? You don't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Like, it was crazy, y'all. Like, to the point where I'm watching this man actively pace the floor. Like, walking to my kitchen, then walking to the balcony, sitting down, then getting back up randomly in the middle of the conversation. It was like, and then he was extremely nervous. You know, I think that was another red flag that later on I started putting 2 and 2 together. He was nervous, y'all. When I say nervous, I mean this man was nervous. Even in conversations, I'm like, yo, you got to chill out. Like, why are you so nervous? Like, what's going on with you? Like, is you okay? Is you all right? Like, but now that I think about it, and I'm like, the following days when the AirTag situation, things started to add up. I'm like, okay, so he was mad nervous in any conversation that we had. He kept touching bases on work. He kept saying, oh, I don't have any friends because I dedicate so much time into work. I can't keep up with a relationship because I dedicate too much time in work. Now, if you know my background and you know where my father and my mom came from, the era that they came from, when I start hearing things like that, I automatically think that you a different type of bag chaser. You get what I'm saying? Like, you in the streets. Like, I could put 2 and 2 together. I'm not a slow lead or whatever. So I'm like, okay. So he ends up leaving, y'all. And you know what? I'm just going to leave it right there. When we hit the next 100 subscribers, I'm going to give part 2 of this story. And it gets really, like, it's really juicy. And it's really in-depth. And, I don't know. I kind of want to tell y'all now. I do, but no. We're gonna save the best for part 2. But comment below what y'all think so far about what y'all think happened next. Just comment below what y'all think happened next, and we're gonna go from there.